I never thought I'd destroy my best friend's wedding. But when I found out what he did to me, I had two choices: stay quiet, or make sure everyone in that room knew exactly who he really was. I chose the second option, and when I stood up during his vows, holding my phone in my hand, I knew there was no going back. His name was Daniel. We'd been best friends for almost 12 years. High school, college, first jobs. We did everything together. He was the kind of guy who'd call you at 2 a.m. just to talk about life. The kind of friend who said, "If I ever get married, you're my best man." And I believed him. When he met Ashley, I was genuinely happy for him. She was smart, kind, way out of his league, and she treated him well. Or at least, that's what I thought. About 6 months before the wedding, something changed. Daniel started acting distant, canceling plans, ignoring messages, avoiding eye contact when we did hang out. At first, I thought it was just wedding stress. Then one night, I got a message on Instagram. It was from someone I didn't know. The message said, "Hey, I think you deserve to see this." Attached were screenshots. Screenshots of Daniel messaging my ex-girlfriend. Not casual messages. Flirty, personal, disrespectful, and the timestamps. From the same week I had helped him choose his wedding suit, my stomach dropped. I confronted him the next day. He didn't deny it. Instead, he laughed. He said, "Bro, it's not that serious. It's just texting. Just texting." That wasn't even the worst part. Turns out, while I was helping him plan the biggest day of his life, he'd been telling people I was jealous of him. That I was falling behind in life. That I wasn't successful like him. He painted me as the insecure friend who couldn't handle his success. 12 years of loyalty. And that's how he saw me. That's when something inside me changed. I could have walked away, blocked him, cut him off, moved on. But then I thought about Ashley. She had no idea. She was about to marry someone who was secretly texting other women and disrespecting the people closest to him. So, I started collecting everything. Screenshots, voice notes, messages. And I waited until the wedding day. The venue was beautiful. White roses everywhere. Soft piano music playing. Daniel looked confident, smiling, shaking hands, like nothing had ever happened. When the ceremony started, I sat quietly in the third row. I wasn't the best man anymore. He replaced me 3 months earlier. Now I knew why. Halfway through the vows, when the officiant asked if anyone had objections, there was a pause, silence, and I stood up. My heart was pounding so loud, I could barely hear myself think. I didn't yell. I didn't insult him. I simply said, "I'm not here to ruin anything. I just think Ashley deserves to see this before she says I do." And I walked to the front. I handed her my phone. The screenshots were open. The messages, the dates, the proof. The room went silent. Daniel's face went pale. Ashley's hands started shaking. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. She just looked at him and asked, "Is this real?" He couldn't answer. That silence said everything. Within 10 minutes, the ceremony was over. Guests whispering. Family arguing. Daniel trying to explain. Ashley walked out, and she never came back. The wedding was canceled. Just like that, I lost a best friend that day. But truthfully, I realized I had lost him months earlier. People asked me if I felt guilty. Honestly, no. Because betrayal doesn't hurt when it comes from enemies. It hurts when it comes from someone who called you brother. And sometimes, karma doesn't knock politely. Sometimes it walks in during the vows. So, the wedding was off. The moment I walked away from that venue, leaving my best man's suit and a shattered friendship behind, a strange quiet fell over my life. The storm had passed, and now I was standing in the wreckage. For the first few days, my phone was a constant buzzing hive of notifications. Texts, missed calls, voicemails. Half were from people who were at the wedding, asking what on earth happened. The other half were from our mutual friends, caught in the crossfire. Navigating those conversations was like walking on eggshells. Some friends sided with me immediately. They said I did the right thing, that true friendship means protecting people from getting hurt, even if the truth is brutal. Others, not so much. They called me a traitor. They said it wasn't my place, that I destroyed what should have been the happiest day of their lives. They accused me of being dramatic, of wanting the spotlight. I lost a few friends over this, people I'd known for years. That part hurt more than I expected. It's strange how a crisis can reveal the true foundations of your relationships. What about the couple? Well, Daniel and I haven't spoken a single word since that day. I've seen him a few times from a distance in our old neighborhood haunts, and we just look away, like strangers who happen to share a lot of painful memories. From what I've pieced together from mutual acquaintances, he was a wreck. He was angry, embarrassed, and completely lost. He tried to get back with Ashley, the bride, but that door was slammed shut, bolted, and barricaded. Ashley, on the other hand, went completely dark for about a month. She deleted her social media, changed her number, and moved out of the apartment she and Daniel shared. Her family was furious with him, and rightfully so. They were also surprisingly kind to me. Her dad actually called me a few weeks later. He didn't thank me, not exactly, but he said, "You showed more loyalty to my daughter in one moment than he did in 5 years." That phone call was a lifeline in a sea of doubt. Eventually, Ashley resurfaced. She moved to a different city to start fresh. I heard she went back to school to finish her master's degree, something she'd put on hold for the wedding. A friend showed me a picture of her recently. She was on a hiking trip, smiling, and she looked peaceful, genuinely happy. Seeing that felt like a weight I didn't even know I was carrying had been lifted off my chest. As for the other woman, my ex-girlfriend, the whole affair came out. It was a huge scandal. Last I heard, she transferred to a different branch, a few states away. The fantasy they built in secret couldn't survive the harsh light of reality. So here I am, months later, reflecting on it all. Do I regret it? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I regret losing my best friend. I regret the pain it caused so many people. I regret that it had to happen at all. But when I think about Ashley and that photo of her smiling on a mountaintop, free and starting over, I know I don't regret telling the truth. Friendship, I've learned, isn't just about celebrating the good times. It's about having the courage to stand up for what's right, even when it's the hardest thing you'll ever have to do. It cost me a lot, but it also showed me what I'm made of. And in the end, I'd rather have a few true friends who value honesty than 100 who would rather smile through a lie. The silence Daniel and I share now is heavy, but the silence of keeping his secret would have been heavier. I can live with this. If you think I was wrong, or if you would have done the same, let me know in the comments. Welcome to the vault.